Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl hephzibah back again with another video. Yes, if this is your first time coming across my channel, if this is your first time seeing my face, my name is hephzibah and I'm a 19-year-old YouTuber. Basically, I post vlogs, I post university videos, I post university content. So I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad because I think the last time I posted was about a month ago and that was a school tour. And in these videos it's going to be something quite similar to what I've been doing, and that's based on Covenant University. As some of you may already know, I'm a 300 level Covenant University student, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys basically everything you need to know as an intending fresher of Covenant University. I may not be able to outline all the rules for you, but I'm just going to be telling you some of the rules that you may need to know. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So as I said earlier, I may not be able to really outline all the rules for you, but I'm going to just tell you some of the rules that we follow in Covenant University and some of the things that you need to know, the things that you need to bring basically to school when you're coming, so that you don't like catch yourself slacking, you don't find yourself very confused or very uncomfortable in school. So yeah, without further ado, once again, let's get into the video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is dressing and ID cards. Yes, I put that together because your ID card is basically part of your dressing. What you're allowed to wear as a Covenant University student, you're supposed to be dressed in corporate, and that's not to say you're supposed to wear corporate to every single place you're going to. That's to maybe the chapel, the cafeteria, or just basically any walk that you may be taking. You don't have to wear corporate every time. So the only times you are expected to be in corporate is when you're going for classes, that is your Monday to Friday classes and Thursday chapel services. So by corporate, they don't basically mean wear a suit, a tie, corporate, like it's kind of like that. If you want to, you can actually bring a suit along, that's fine, but then you're expected to wear a collared shirt. And this I'm wearing, this brown neck, you cannot wear it to class. You can't just wear it to class like that. If you have to wear this, you have to wear a suit, and it's really uncomfortable to wear a suit to class because of heat and everything. And why would you even want to wear a suit to class? Like if I can actually question, why would you want to wear a suit to class? You want to be as comfortable as you may be. So basically, corporate is a collared. I'm going to post a picture of something similar to what you're expected to wear, what you're expected to bring when you're coming to school. Make sure to get corporate shirts, corporate trousers. They sell these things in school actually, so if you do not want to bring it from home, you can equally get it in school, but it's more preferable that you bring it from home, but it's your choice. I prefer buying my corporate wears from school because I don't know, they just have what I want. At home I may not really see what I want because they don't know what it's like in school, but in school they already know what it's like, so they've made provisions for that. Do you understand? So yeah, a corporate shirt, that is a shirt, a long sleeve or short sleeve or 3/4 shirt with a collar. I'm going to post a picture as I said. Then with corporate trousers, that's corporate pants. I'm talking about girls now. You're supposed to have your flat shoes on. That is for class, for chapel service on Thursdays. I'm going to dive more into, because you see that I'm saying chapel service, and I'm going to dive more into that. Then for the guys, you're expected, oh, you just brought light. You're expected to wear a shirt, a corporate shirt that's either long sleeve or short sleeve with a tie, and corporate pants. Obviously, that's corporate trousers. They recently made a development to the shoes. Now these type of shoes are not allowed in Covenant University. They just recently made that a rule. So you're allowed to wear brogues as a guy. As a girl too, there are lady brogues, that flat shoe brogues. You're allowed to wear that to class. As a guy, you're not allowed to wear this. You can wear brogues, you can wear classic shoes. But for the ID cards, it's basically a means of identification from the name to know that, okay, yes, you're a student of Covenant University. You get to understand that your ID cards represent the colleges that you're from. Now, I'm an engineering student and my ID card is like yellow, golden, kind of like that. Yes, for management sciences, their ID cards, the color is green. For leadership and something, tag is orange for them, and for science and technology students, their tags are red. For PG students, that's postgraduate students, the tags are blue. They're going to give you the color of your tags based on the colleges you're from. The lanyards, if it's not from the school, you're not permitted to attach your ID cards, that's the actual ID card, to another lanyard, maybe a Nike lanyard. You're not allowed to do that. Hair. The next thing on the list is hair. For the guys, I'm going to start with the guys because the girls, they're a bit lengthy, so I'm going to start from the guys. For the guys, your hair is supposed to be low. I know it may seem no style, it's not allowed, so I hope you understand. So your hair is supposed to be low, not necessarily bald or necessarily shaved. You can decide to keep some hair, but make sure that it is suitable. Make sure that the hair is decent. That's the word. Now I'm going to move to the ladies. For the ladies, your hair is expected to be bra length, and by bra length I mean, I don't know how to demonstrate. Jesus Christ, this is so hard for me. Your hair is supposed to reach here. It can be a bit longer than bra length, but any hair that's reaching your waist, any hair that's reaching your butt, that's your ass, is not permitted in the school. Before, hairs were allowed to reach your waist, that's waist length hairs. It was permitted before, but then it got changed around when I was in 100 level. I think 100 level second semester, it got changed. As guys, you're supposed to keep decent hair, that's low hair, and for girls, you're supposed to keep bra length hair. And the color of hair you do should be the actual color of your hair. If your hair is black, you're expected to use black attachments or black locks or black anything to make your hair. Now there's a bit of confusion in this because some people have like a varying color of hair, and they use that color of hair or they wear that color of wig. Now your hall porters are saying that, oh, it's not permitted, it's not allowed. My dear, please, to be on a safe side, just do black hair. But then if you have maybe is it ginger? Some people have ginger colored hair, like that's naturally. Some people have ginger colored hair, but they are allowed to do that color of hair. Please, I'm not saying that, oh, if you have black hair, you should go and do ginger colored hair. I did not say that. Hephzibah did not say that. Please, before you go and call my name in school. To be on the safe side, if you have slightly brown hair, please, to be on the safe side, do black attachments. You can also do color 2 attachment, that's the next color to black, but then it's actually allowed. You can actually do color 2 attachment and it won't be that noticeable, but please, to be on the very safe side, just use black attachments. So that's that for hair. I'm not going to dwell on that too much. So the next thing we're going to talk about is devices and Wi-Fi. It has to be together because you use Wi-Fi on your devices. Now I'm going to firstly talk about devices. Phones are not allowed. I will say it again, phones are not allowed. If you're caught with a phone, it's 3 weeks suspension. If you do not attend all your classes before or after suspension, you are walking down a very dangerous path. The allowed devices are iPads, iPods, laptop, tablets, that's Samsung Android tablets, any of those 4, but you are not allowed to bring a phone. You're not allowed to use a phone in school. Some people sneak their phones, but please, I am pleading with you not to even try sneaking a phone. You may not really want to toe that path in your, as like maybe as a fresher, because people that are already in 200 level, 300 level, they know most of these rules. Wi-Fi, when I was still in 100 level, we were given 15 gig. That's from then they made it unlimited. So basically Wi-Fi is unlimited now. You have free access to Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's really messy, like Wi-Fi can really mess you up, especially when you want to do an online test on Moodle or anything, but you are giving unlimited data, unlimited Wi-Fi, so you can basically use Wi-Fi anytime. Really not everywhere, because when you're outside, like when you're in the school premises, just let's say you're walking on the road, you can't really get access to Wi-Fi except you go close to a building, maybe a college building or a hall of residence, that's the only way you can get Wi-Fi. Or when you're in a building but you cannot get Wi-Fi, like free Wi-Fi on the road. Again, according linked to devices, you're not allowed to bring a SIM card that is that chip, that SIM card. You're not allowed to bring it, because if you also get caught, you can be sent on 3-week suspension. So you're not allowed to bring phones, and you're not allowed to bring SIM cards. So Wi-Fi is unlimited. You can use Wi-Fi when you're in your halls of residence, or when you're close to your halls of residence, like maybe in front of your halls of residence. You can use Wi-Fi. You can use Wi-Fi in college buildings. You can use Wi-Fi in LT. You can use Wi-Fi in basically any building. If you have any further questions, please just put it in my comment section. The next thing I'm going to talk about is attendance. Now, this is really important. Attendance is one of the most important things you need to know. So now I'm going to really emphasize on that. You need at least 75% attendance to write your exam. That's for all your courses. Let's say in a semester, I'm just giving an example now, I have math, English, physics and chemistry. Now in those four courses, you're supposed to have at least 75% attendance. Now this attendance is linked to the number of times you come for chapel services, the number of times you attend your classes. That is really important for you to attend your classes, because you do not want to start missing your classes. You don't want to start having attendance issues. You don't want to have to start running around for any attendance issues, because sometimes they will not even listen to you, especially if it has to do with biometrics. If your biometrics is not captured, maybe during chapel service or during roll call, a week of your attendance will be cancelled. And if you miss 3, let's say you miss 3 roll calls, or you miss 3 chapel services, and you now miss class again on top, or you miss another roll call again, you're automatically not going to be allowed to write your exam. Trust me. So please, to be on a very safe side, go for your classes, go for your chapel services. As stressful as it may be, please ensure that you go for your chapel services. Ensure that you do your roll call. If you have a roommate that sleeps a lot, ensure you wake them up to go for a roll call, because it's really important. Before, they didn't really take roll call as serious as they're taking now, but now if you miss 1 roll call, that's a week of your attendance gone. So it basically does not count, and you do not want your attendance to start being messy from maybe beginning of the semester or mid-semester. You do not want your class to be messy. So that's for attendance. So make sure you go for your chapel services, make sure you go for your roll call, make sure you go for everything that they say is compulsory or mandatory. Go for it. Okay, let me just say there are 2 things that they use to assess you as a student. That is your mid-semester test. First of all, you have your assignments from your course lecturers. You have your tests, just a random test that they may bring up. Then you have mid-semester. Mid-semester is basically for your general courses, your TMC, your DLD, your EDS. These are courses that you're going to still do, so I'm not going to dwell on the course codes or the title of these courses. I'm going to tell you that, okay, during your mid-semesters, you're going to be tested on your general courses. Then during your examinations, you're going to be tested on all your courses. So basically, your mid-semester is, for general courses, is over 30. Your mid-semester is over 30. For your normal courses are not general courses, is also over 30. That's for your test. You're going to have test 1 and test 2. Now this test 1 and test 2, they comprise 30% of your your general assessment. That's your first test and your second test. They comprise 30% of your general assessment, and your exam comprised of 70%. That means you're not supposed to joke your exam at all. You're supposed to take notes in class. You're supposed to read regularly. I'm very guilty. I do not read regularly, and that's something I wish to change about myself. That's something I wish to change about myself as a student. So make sure you take your classes seriously. Make sure you take everything that you do seriously. Do not sleep on any test. Do not sleep on any assignment. Do your assignments. As useless as it may look, they might just decide that, okay, maybe people are performing poorly, so we're going to use we're going to use the assignments to mark them. So make sure that you do not sleep on your assignments, you don't sleep on your tests. Make sure that you do everything in time. Do not postpone anything. Do not procrastinate. It's not good as a student. So these are all the things that I wish I knew before I came to Covenant University, so that I would have sorted myself out. But unfortunately, I made these mistakes. I still performed okay for me, okay, but I wish I had known these things before, and I had worked towards getting a very high, like shooting very high. And make sure in your 100 level also, make sure in your 100 level that you make sure that you take everything seriously. Make sure that you aim for a first class in your 100 level. Like, it's going to give you a very good push up in your second year, probably in your third year, some parts of your third year. But if you can get a first class in your first semester of 100 level, a first class in your second semester of 100 level, you're really heading the right path. And that's all I'm going to say about attendance, exams, mid-semester tests, and basically the comprising of your 30% test, your 70% exams. I hope all of you understand that. If you have any further questions on that, you can ask me in the comment section. The next thing I'm going to talk about is food. Now, this is a bit lighter. I was a bit serious in on what I talked about previously, but food is something that, okay, everyone has got to eat. I posted a video. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I posted a video, a Covenant University tour. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Probably most of you have seen it. So for those of you that have not seen it, you can check my previous video. Is the Covenant University tour. I'm also going to put it here. I'm going to put it in one of the timestamps here. So I did a Covenant University tour where I showed you all around Covenant University, the places that you need to know, the places you need to withdraw money and everything. So one of those places is the cafeteria. Cafeteria is where we get food, basically, from the name cafeteria, where you get food. That's very easy. So in the cafeteria, there are two cafeterias. We have CAF 1 and CAF 2. Now in CAF 1 and CAF 2, they basically serve the same things. You can get a very wide variety of food. You can get rice, chicken, meat, eggs, beans, plantain, anything you can think of. There are up to 4 restaurants in cafeteria. In cafeteria 1, there are up to 4 restaurants. In CAF 2, it's just 1 restaurant, and where they sell drinks and water and yogurt and things like that. So, but in your cafeteria 1, you have a wider variety of these things. There are waffles, there's ice cream, there's slush. There's that. Then there is what again? Chicken and chips. There's basically anything you can think of. Outside cafeteria 1, there are also places that you can get food. There is the shawarma stand, yamarita. There's also chicken and chips. There's suya. There's bole, in quotes. Bole is not bole, but it's just something. So there is also that's outside the cafeteria. That's inside cafeteria. Now, before you can buy food, you have to get a ticket. You have to get a ticket that you can buy food. You can decide to get a pack with the ticket, or you can decide to bring your own pack to CAF. But if you know that, okay, you want to cut down costs by maybe 50 naira or 100 naira, you can bring your pack from the hostel. So another thing is, POS. There is also POS in CAF. There are POS machines available in CAF. You can make your payments with your card. You don't necessarily have to bring cash all the time to CAF. You can bring your card and you can slot it in one of the POS machines and pay for it. There are smoothies. As I said, there are smoothies, there are small chops, there are pastries. Basically all those things I showed them in my previous vlog. In one of the day in my live vlogs, I showed that, and also in the Covenant University tour that I posted, I showed that also. So that's about food. I don't think there's really much to talk about food, but all you need to know is that there are a wide variety of things you can get. You can get chicken, you can get meat, you can get like anything. You're not restricted. It's not like they're restricting you from eating a particular thing in Covenant University. So that's what you need to know about food. The next thing we're going to talk about now is chapel service and chop. Chapel service, basically, after I think I mentioned this in one, I think when I was talking about When I was talking about dressing, I talked about chapel service, so I'm going to iterate more on chapel service and CHOP. CHOP is Covenant Hour of Prayer. So if you're a Living Faith member, you are very familiar with Covenant Hour of Prayer. So yeah, I'm going to talk on that when I'm done with chapel service. So chapel services, they hold every Thursdays. They hold Thursdays and Sundays. Now for Thursdays, you're expected to be for 100 to 200 and 200 level students. Their chapel service is on Thursday. For 300 level to 500 level students, their chapel service is on Tuesday, and the time is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's 2 hours. It's quite short, but it's also long. If you're not following the ceremony, you're not following the service, trust me, you're going to have a very long time. There are ushers going to be moving around. There are MSS people going to be moving around. That's like part of the school people share. They're going to be moving around, so you can't just lay back and say that, oh, I'm not listening to anything. You have to sit upright and kini, but you can just make a bit side comment to your friend. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. For Tuesdays, I said it's for 300 level to 500 level students. On Thursdays, it's for 100 and 200 level students, and on Sundays, both 100 and 200 and 300 to 500 have their chapel services on Sundays, but they give timing. Like you can have for 100 and 200 level students, now it can be first service. For 300 to 500 level students, it can be second service. So that's how it is. So that's all about chapel service. Also remember that chapel service is tied to your attendance, so you do not want to miss your chapel services. You don't want to start missing your chapel services from the beginning of the semester. You're going to have a rocky start, and you don't want to, trust me when I say you do not want to go around for attendance. If you know, you know. And CHOP, as I said, is Covenant Hour of Prayer. Covenant Hour of Prayer, it holds every day. That's from Monday to Fridays. That's 5 days actually, not every day. So Covenant Hour of Prayer is from Mondays to Fridays, but it's not for, like, you can decide to go on a day that's not your day. Now I'm going to list out here. I'm going to list out the CHOP days for the various levels. For 100 level students, your CHOP day is on Monday. For 200 level students, CHOP day is on Tuesday. For 300 level students, CHOP day is on Wednesday. For 400 level students, CHOP day is on Thursday. And for 500 level students, your CHOP day is on Friday. So you can decide to go on a day that's not your day. Like you can decide as a 100 level student now, or as a 300 level student now. Let me refer to myself. I can decide to go on 500 level CHOP service. I can decide to go if I want to go. If I want to make a special request to God or anything like that, you can decide to go. But then your CHOP day is tied to your level. What I'm saying is that if you miss your CHOP day, it's going to show that you were not present. If you go for another person's CHOP, that's if I'm a 300 level student and I go for a 500 level CHOP service, it's going to be registered as invalid. That means that, okay, you went, but it does not count. But if I'm a 300 level and I miss my own day, it's going to show that, oh, I was not around. So that's a loss for me. So try as much as possible to go for your day, to go for your CHOP day. But if you feel like you also want to go for another level's CHOP day, it's your choice. You can decide to. Okay, and the time is 5:30 a.m. so you have to be there really early. You have to be there from like 5 o'clock. You can't be there to wait. You don't want to be late. You don't want to be running late. Another thing is, you do not want to run late for chapel service. You don't want to run late for CHOP. So if they lock the door on you, there's no excuse, there's no sorry. You've missed that day, except they want to pity you, but you've missed that day. The thing I'm talking about now is halls of oh shit. So the next thing I'm talking about now is halls of residence. Oh my god, this sunlight is actually a lot. There are in total, for undergraduate students, there are 10 halls in total. Now these are divided into female halls and male halls. Now for female halls, we have Esther Hall, that's for 100 level girls. We have Mary Hall for 200 level girls. We have Deborah Hall for 300 level girls. We have Lydia Hall for 400 level girls, and we have Dorcas Hall for 500 level girls. That's that. Then I'm not so sure about how male halls of residence are arranged. I don't know which one is for which level, but I know there's Peter Hall for 100 level boys, there's Paul Hall for 200 level boys, there is I think John Hall for 300 level, either John or Joseph Hall for 300 level boys, then there is Daniel Hall, and there is John Hall or Joseph Hall. So you understand, so that's Peter, Paul, John, Joseph, and Daniel Hall. Those are the male halls of residence. So I hope you understand. They might decide to change it at any time. They can decide to take you to Mary Hall in your Omega semester as a 100 level student. So get prepared for anything. They can decide that. So, but normally the protocol is 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, 400, 500 level. So that's that as for halls of residence. So if you have any other questions on that, also comment in the comment section. I actually want this comment section to be booming with questions. If there's anything that you do not understand, please ask me so I can really reiterate on that. There are many ATMs in, I think, why am I even saying many? How many ATMs do we have? We have like about 5 or 6 ATMs in school. I can't really start listing them. The most used ATM in school, or the most used bank in school, is Access Bank. Access Bank, I showed it also in my previous vlog. I'm not saying that okay, if you're coming you must have an Access Bank kidney. No, if you have a Zenith Bank card, if you have a Zenith Bank, you have a GT Bank, that's fine. But Access Bank is the bank that's mostly available in our school. You can withdraw, you can transfer money, you can do basically any transaction you want to do in the bank. You can do it in Access Bank. It's really comfortable. It's air conditioned, it has ATMs, you can withdraw money, and it mostly dispenses cash, unlike other ATMs that may not really have cash at the moment. But Access Bank mostly dispenses cash. I'm not saying that Access Bank has cash all the time. Sometimes Access Bank, they do not have cash. So just know that okay, Access Bank is like the most comfortable, the most reliable. There's also an ATM right in front of Deborah Hall, but sometimes it also does not dispense cash. So sometimes you might want to use your card, but if you're really insistent on using cash to make transactions or to buy things, you can go to Access Bank and withdraw. So there are many ATMs in school. There are up to 6 ATMs in school, but the one that mostly works every time is Access Bank. The final thing that I'm going to talk about are college buildings. That's colleges. So there are 4 colleges in Covenant University. That includes COE, that's College of Engineering, CST, that's College of Science and Technology. Then we have CMSS, that's College of Management and Social Sciences, and CLDS, that's College of Leadership and Development Science or something. I'm not really sure, but yeah, we have CLDS. Now, I'm not going to really list all the courses that these colleges offer. I'm not going to list all the programs rather that these colleges offer. But engineering, I think there are 7 engineering courses. Yes, there are 7 engineering courses. That's civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, petroleum engineering, computer engineering, electronics and electrical and electronics engineering, and and information and communication engineering. Yes, there are 7 engineering courses that we offer. For CMSS, there are other courses that I'm not too sure of, but I know there is accounting, there is business administration, there is basically. So according to your course, you should know the colleges that you belong to. If you're in something like computer science or math or industrial math, you know that you're in College of Science and Technology. If you're a chemical engineering student, you know that you're a student of the College of Engineering. I'm a student of the Department of Chemical Engineering. So yeah, I'm in College of Engineering. Yeah, if you're in accounting, if you're in biz admin, if you're in is it industrial something, I don't know, Sha. you know that, okay, yes, you're a student of the College of Management and Social Sciences. If you're also in something like in international relations, what's the name, is it political science, post science, what again, English, you know that you're a student of the College of Leadership and Development Science. I'm just really mixing these things up, like I'm really confused at the moment because I don't know who sent me, but yes, that's that. So that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video was really informative. I hope you gained a lot of information from this video. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate, just ask me in my comment section and I will make sure to answer your questions, to answer any questions that you may have. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment. Please follow me on Instagram. I cannot overemphasize it. Please follow me on Instagram to keep up with my socials. Follow me on TikTok. I think I'm going to link all of them in the description box. I'm going to put them somewhere around here, or probably do both of them. So please don't forget to do that, and don't forget to like my videos. Don't forget to share with your friends. If you have anybody that's coming to Covenant University, if you have anyone that maybe their name's already on the admission list, please send this to them. If anyone that wants to come into the school, please make sure to send this video, share this video to them. It's really informative and I think you'll really find it helpful. So thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you so much for 800 subscribers. Guys, we are moving. Thank you guys so much for 800 subscribers. I love you all and I can't really tell you how much I am happy today. So thank you guys so much. I love you and have a great day. Bye.